Removed the 3/4 clutches here. They appear to be in good shape. It's usually the clutches where you lose third. Working on here to get this other snap ring out. And here is sprag. Sprag's been known for failure. One-way sprag. Locks one way and turns the other. Pretty simple to get apart. This is an upgraded item. Most people will, whether it's broken or not, replace this with an updated sprag, which I believe is a 30 element sprag versus the 29 factory. Makes this much stronger. If you got a heavy duty vehicle, 4x4, there's a needle bearing there. There's a seal. You make sure it's in good shape when you go back together. I'm sure you'll put new ones in it. The underdrive here. Alright. Now you have your pistons in here. If your third gear clutch is burnt up, you'll need to most definitely replace these seals. Along in here, you'll more than likely see a seal sticking out. That piston will overextend itself, and the O-ring will pop out of its groove, and it'll cut itself when the clutches get too much wear. So you need to make sure you check your tolerances on your clutches when you get it all stacked back together. You'll need another spring compressor here. Compress this in, place the snap ring, and then pull all this apart. When you get it all apart, there's a check ball here I recommend replacing. If this is leaking, then it'll burn up your 3/4 clutch pack. Also want to check your accumulators. If you got still got the plastic ones, you might want to upgrade to the aluminum ones. You get a leak there, it can cause your 3/4 clutch pack to burn up. And always replace your Teflon rings. You may have to go to a transmission shop and have them install these for you, unless you want to spend $100 on the tool. Have a needle bearing here, so don't lose them, and you have a shim washer underneath that. So I can get it to drop down here. Here's this. That's sitting on here like that. So make sure you don't lose that. It sticks on there with that transmission fluid, and when you're not expecting it, it'll fall off. So if you're not aware of it. This is probably the most overlooked thing inside these drums. Buy that at a dealership for $5. $5 to $10. Be well worth the money spent. Once you get it all apart, just knock it out from this side and knock it back in from the other side. That's the input drum. Go ahead here and observe a few of these other parts. Sun gear. You can buy high performance ones of these that have a thicker bushing in them. A wider bushing, I mean. There's planetary gear set. Make sure everything looks tight on these and they turn well. And needle bearing down here in the bottom. If that needle bearing is bad, you have to replace this planet. Make sure it ain't got no grit in it. Check the teeth. Usually ain't too many problems with these unless got some metal, some big chunks of metal going through your transmission. Check your splines. Look good. And here's the reaction sun shell. This is a problem. You lose reverse, second, and fourth gear, and these splines here, they'll strip out inside of here. It's always the best idea to replace this, even if it's good, with a beast reaction shell, which is 90% stronger, and you'll never have that problem. Once you put it back together, spend $50 on one of these, and just need to make sure you get the beast reaction shell. Some people claim to be, but aren't necessarily. Another sun gear. Check the teeth. Everything looks good on it. Here's the center support with the sprag. Get it off there with one hand. There's another sprag. It's usually upgraded with a 30 element sprag instead of the 29. Whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. They usually replace them. I highly recommend it, especially for a 4x4 or heavy duty. Pop this apart. Sprag inside here. Have to get me a tripod. And there's the sprag. When you replace this, you'll want to make sure you make a note you get it going in the right direction, or you'll be hating life. Make sure this surface is good and ain't got no there's no grooves or anything in it.